beba no one or the be come ra shebe fee e ma be ye mra e me abeji atum say MMDCEs no ye be to mo so aba anase no kra na I think say e be here referendum anase say here referendum there and now what is the difference between what he's trying to bring on board and the Omanfm dada na na dan kwaku fado e kan ye no nemum se no nte saa se obia ye party bia mu ni po betumi abegina bi nemum eye se party no ankasa odi aban no odi mampani no ebebo party no nipa ba emiensa enan ana wo a wo pese wo ye party ni na obegina ye nto so aba no de na se MPP na wo so a o ma be kwa gina nyina ye MPP fo omo as NDC na wo so omo be kwa gina nyina ye NDC fo na eno nso no obi nso be bisa se NDC na wo so a baby say Ashanti region un say NDC for the omo kwan betumi ama MPP for akoto aba momo but MPP for nim kwan e be fa so say NDC for nkoto aba mayen enti a hey the Omanfm kan no emu da ho na nso asetie no to me enche de nwie mu di wahu ena ebi nso a obi nso be bisa say IMBA o enkofo na say wa appoint chom say MMDCEs no a assembly members na je o matum no obey reshuffle ana so ye reshuffle like no so sa election no ebe take place ebe ba so ana so say ebi a onye reshuffle bia na mmumu no aban foforo ebe ba say MPP aban say NDC aban ebe ba no e no mbeto aba nti hey say ebe partisan lines ana say enye partisan lines na mmumu no ebe kwa akwa say party no a wodi aban na no obeka so ki wa wo ye NDC sabra NDC na wosunti wa wo ye NDC ni a opese obeye MMDC bia no kofa form na fele no manfo no ento so aba ebeye one party line anase obi opebia no ebeba be presa ade no bi ahe na naka ochiri mu kakra ka beboa but
time a president Kufuor shase no na MPP for pen partisan line and na NDC for pen non partisan line na enche yebekwa homa no so na ene kodeo fo akwa kodi ehon komo no kra iwom ne se partisan line no na wo se omo ekọ for referendum don partisan line no de ye dada nyina no mra no ma yeto no non partisan line enti this assembly abato so be assembly members they say non partisan enti just an amendment na yebeye na yede MMDCs na beka ho what you say ewo abato kwan so enti me giri say NDC da so gina ba bia no mu gina no a non partisan line na no mu gina mu no a enen so mo numbers no wo mrahye badwafie it's a matter of ntina mampani enya kokoduro ka say mo na mo be twato ewo election ewo elected mu no na mo nua no mu a bedi mo achi ne de enti se ba se committee a wo nam busa nkrofo nsem no yi omo adwuma de brema mpani no ogitum na se eho ko hia se ordinance ahye bibia se na ekọ nanimu a changes bia ba na take effect wo bra ordinance ahye mra se pe changes ba wan hwe a wo ba no na wo se ekokoto so aba say non partisan there and ye bet said the assembly abato ye to no obi atimi pick form de bi no nso akọ na why assembly member pen de mo manfo nhunu said the assembly concept no any society wo bra wo call for election no na no ama yetumi ate se ba se MMDCs no ye beto mo so aba se de besi aye no ase
okay Brian say assembly no wo kwa say obekwa akọ form okofa form baabi a ugina no electoral area na ugina no otwere udin feliwi a ese unya enipa aduru no a omo supportil se ampa baabi a ugina no ye supporto nti ofeli form nyina ewie na do pictures na ade nyina ekowie a eno de enise we ye MPP ni enise we ye NDC ni oman no mara mu de sa nete but bra enne baabi adu no assembly elections no opu partisan because even bra me assembly kura no wokwa se na ya setena kura kire se we num ye MPP for we num ye NDC for e question assembly ni nyina obi enim we ye NDC ni we ye MPP nemum no oman no mara no mu de okofa form na wo feli wi a wo de ko eda no dura moye balloting no but no kra mo won say assembly elections no balloting no who are big kind of form are number one.
Yes.
Nti ebi yo ha me ya metamo either say the be first and I metamo and am dey call last say na be amenya slogan papa esoro ho ne ase ho nti odi no kona unya ne sa nti ye kona ye to aba no wi a sa na wo abedi nkunim no wo abenya emadodo no no has nothing to do with percentage wise say be abenya 50% plus 1 no de eye emanododo a obenya na che say wedding nkunim nti sa na assembly de no tie nti se MMDCEs no so de no eba ne sa me de me support na mum no bra minim smith me aka be for fraud there de na me bisan se committee no mampani se omonam eye hwehwemu no bra hwe eto de be ya wo ho ya na obi a on support ye obi bi mu no ya na ehunu se otan yen ana wonpɛ yasem ba saa nipa no otamfo ana obi oni wafa otumi ma ehunu ho so hwe enti ahimfo na committee no omo ye research na obi se bi sensem no omo ye ahimfo company bi no omo ye de afa na mum ekoye aban mu nipa bi ana aban adwuma bi ne ese omo nye ana party nkrofo bi ne ese omo nye de a ebi ana
tie mampani na one committee kura adwuma no
not only in law but in the lived experience of our people. MMDCEs, you may be the last batch of MMDCEs appointed. The National Review Committee is going round. I'm sure some of you would have been consulted, and it will present its recommendation in
okay, not just a National Review Committee. Okay. Okay. Enti eye amane bi omo de beba no ne nyina oman chichire obi se ye nto ne so aba partisan lines obi so se da bi meme de ni susu se na chese bra ya se no omo ye wi na se committee no hwehwe mu omo de beba no ekose ye nto MMDCs no so aba enye partisan lines de ya na abaye mra enti aban bi a obeba no saa kwan no so na ebekoro na enkoye se bi NDC aban wo so nko a na etesa na mum no eno nso ebeboa because he bra ya obi ho a yes what ya hwe a odo ani adi MMDCs no achira empem be especially NDC for se okokopre MP na we nya omoba na MMDC no na ye de amount empem be about 70 to 80% amahu NDC for lines no sa na ekono obi okopre MP NDC din mu a we nya no omo de DC ana MC no emma no nemum ente se the other one or the other way round na na say MPP for no eno de omo hwe ne awabre wo party num obetumi aye adwuma no but Brian abe onwanwa se MMDC fuyi empem bebre no ne abetumi ne obetumi aye adwuma na yede ma no obetumi apushi aban agenda ema akoyi no de man but Brian eno kwen ya na ebinom nyomu nyina o dabebe ebinom ho a adwuma no ngomanim ne ade so be ya na ofom so no be enden so betimi aye adwuma ya party be betimi aye adwuma ma aban no wa push na agenda ama no tumi ye ntime de se koba se committee no agitum na.
Do you think say partisan line and non partisan line or de hen anke beboa
partisan line no emeboa bibiri me madwene mu non partisan line no ebeboa because partisan line no fane say NDC na wasui Ebia Ashanti region is dominated by NPP. Likewise, Volta region is dominated by NDC. Inti say NDC was we. Ubenya MMDCs no be Ashanti region on by NPP for. Ubenya MPP wona wa bemu a. Ubenya almost all the MMDCs no by Volta region. No nyina by NDC for. Na wenya obi oye MC ya na DC ya amembo ni amancheche wona adwene mu a. Obe oppose aban bi o de beba. Enti se anko partisan lines me gidi se no mumu no ebeboa because obi on support to NDC bia no eje NDC ideologies edi enti bibia aban no pese obeye no MC na DC no ho no obetimi a support to aban no project mana ye but ekoye opposition MC na DC no ho a obetimi e delay project bi ne niema bi emfa ho he ye Ghana fo bi wo ho a sempu nto beba ne nkrofo fam no ompe ne mum or no selfish interest na ohwe wahu enti say okay me serve me party te say ye wo yenya speaker bi a oba ya na aban ote so no enye ne party o ma sa aban no anu di so ne ho kire no bebere yenya speaker bi o hasa which you know wahu obedi speaker no aban no so no nye ne party
speaker mambamin
wahu o ma aban na no ote so no ho kire no bebere access abre no na enye oman kekere na hu hia no na se na ban benya na ban na manyokuo beba tumi mu no eno na wo hwehwe so wahu enti me de bra obi sa me ekoba partisan lines na enshedam wa na mum non partisan lines na de a ene e omo mba yi wo mutiri nyina anum so ye NDC ni a ananum so ye MPP ni a wa ba na e wo so a no akofa krata na bi nti non partisan lines no ebebo asen partisan lines no
okay but this assembly about to a partisan dada
bra enwo
me ka say partisan say wa wo kan usi form a eduru ho political party bi no kra wo posters ni ade wo use political colors.
Oh yeah, brother, me the last one send the one. As soon as you see the colors, you say ha ni nipa no gina. Na nso se ngoma mu no de bra ai amamra no ne ngoma no de yes enye partisan. Ne mu kɔ fom pa de a eye partisan. In the assembly elections na de sa bre no mampani dada na Akufo Addo ka se ke enye ne partisan lines no. Na nka me support no bra. Wonim se yi
Nana Hezi says, YAB, on this election of MMDC, do you remember, quote, we have done them Sulia in 2018-2019? Yes, I do. So many days, I call Asayaba, Ama, Omwa, Kwakofa, Wasamaba. Sabreno, I remember saying, political parties, no, Adrian Sema, you, but Sena Bakujina partisan, and a Bakujina non partisan, and on the Kofa, Nana non partisan, just say, provisional ube kwakoye ho adwumane entrenched enti gise o san referendum maybe an MPP for
na partisan lines
yeah okay. Because this assembly about to be no share no so say ye mra no constitution say this assembly about to be an say ye non partisan
yeah
ena MMDC na wokoto na ba no so wokoto na ba na akwa assembly enti nka wo say ye non partisan
yeah
but na MPP for say on person be na partisan na non-partisan no entrenched say obey agisa oji Ghana fo nyina adwen enti na mame kwa homa no so quickly yeni nkomo enwie Haruna Mohammed Deputy General Secretary NPP sanso na 2025 Delegates Conference Planning Committee ono na oye secretary na mayeni Haruna eni nkomo kakra. Haruna, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Mofa.
Na o want to say
oh boko
ye kasa yache
you yeah mama say we dey over me tree no ache me flow sir but me bit me akasa.
Yes okura o flow chain e binu mo bo mo kasa o Haruna era se anope near free National Council ho by enfe no enhyanse Deputy General Secretary your overview and your initial comment.
The every National Council by na enya sambako the edi kai the akasa efa Ablikuma constituency parliamentary coalition results na and I can't 3 polling stations and the security forces now court order Emma Omuse Omoma security protection for coalition no na Omumpese Omoma security protection and Abedu say the good people of Ablikuma North no Omumi representation in parliament since any idea Emma in this particular democracy and the tro krata and answer letters Ekoma Electoral Commission any Inspector General Police responses are any responses are ebitimi aja say engine sir because Electoral Commission actually say omuni any document say say there is any court order Sena IGP any the Interior Minister Ekano NT say the court order that was issued on the 4th of January no a particular court order no should be implemented to the latter and he devise other strategies say lawfully ebitimi ama Electoral Commission the collation and a declaration because he himself MPP are winning the Ablikuma North constituency elections. There to so mean can't ever the Patriotic Institute, the Party School. They will launch school on the 25th of this month. Then this June, and also so can't na Emma a party for the share at the party headquarters on the 25th and at party school they will launch it. Now National Council so share yema a constitutional review committee and I say amendment committee Michael Quick committee report ye baby amendments and Article 19 of the party constitution you are general secretary actual crata actually say or no adwin say and I say who propose as who here say or here propose and as amendment to the party constitution the Article 19 which we actual and Odema that's a particular committee. That committee was chaired by lawyer Frank Davis. Report by now proposals to do our money by it is over 300 proposals. General Secretary per the Constitution has issued a soft copy of the proposals to all the constituencies and a hard copy also called by the close of this week. Say and Sana Edishia at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium on the 19th of July for us Ebitimia going through all the resolutions and that the Ebitimia adapted, the Intimia adapted. Now delegates conference will be decided on that particular matter. Now committee no buy no omo the asamba say some particular issue no say ye resolve that issue no that particular council meeting, and that was the election for the presidential primaries for the presidential candidate of our party. Now, deliberately, council decided say elections for the presidential primaries should come first, and elections will ever back on the 31st of January 2026. Now, my teacher amount for a Casadigwe, I was so. Me and I said clarification on this matter. The elections of the presidential primaries a stand-alone election. A stand-alone election. Now, who call a constitution you need the say bottom up and I say top down. And National Council and any instructions say the presidential primaries ever first. And it is the decision of council say we are in every elections the timetable ever. Now constitution no answer be fa afri akọ ahemfa. This is a decision and a decision I take it is a stand-alone election. And who can say say baby the party at the appropriate time elections are every year the timetable will come. And as national officers should restrain from CASA on matters that has not been issued by council per the directives of what is supposed to happen. And the debate, the election for the presidential primaries, which is on the 31st of January 2026. Now, party also said, Ansana all the elections, the proposals are the Constitutional Amendment Committee headed by. Now, inside the proposals, proposes we should have some certain number of polling station structures increase, and electoral area increase, and former executives ebebaso, and former regional executives, and former ministers, former deputy ministers, former MMDCEs, your card-bearing members. Former BR, the card-bearing member, now, the ever card-bearing member, say, Obimu aye MP da, Emma MPP, but change on party. And the San Basano, we former MP, but only card bearer member who to me and to Abba, card delegates also. And on the 19th of July, you be all the resolutions and the Congress ever passing and no ever year after Congress and ever drew 31st December that the album effort to Abba.
Haruna, me that's a power with this explanation. Said Constitution no and chile baby abefa ediakopia. But what about a date for the polling station? Explain it, no, because I know the a calendar ya na take it offer a qua copim the national level, and also why single that polling station the no
polling station any constituency the electoral area yan do at the timetable in the paper.
And there wasn't a mention, say 6th of December 2025, a polling station election.
There was not mention of such in council meeting.
I see, and a lot of confusion about Okrum. So there was a mention, say 6th of December 2025. That will be okay.
First, motion say the presidential primary should happen on the 6th of December. And you call into the constitution. Now constitution says yes 6 month period and sign the elections ever.
Okay.
If we on the 17th of June, echo pin 6th of December, 6 months on end. And the mover of the motion was signed the 6th of December to 31st of January to meet the constitutional requirement of 6 months. And the 6th of December mention was not on a decision on when polling station election should start.
And Metiwasia, not just for now, council meeting no near date or share a data or more they call for presidential candidate, 31st of January 2026.
Yeah, share some particular date, no pepe. Yeah, share any other date. Timetable for elections and answer polling stations, the decision of NEC. And they are able to and answer time, edu say, timetable, and Rabontia, ebeba.
Okay, not just a fina and some any dahopa na constitution no ma council kwan say presidential candidate in kwan or monche date manana.
Enye enonkwa council me, but it is stated black and white in the constitution of the party in Article 10(1). Say council can vary. Bibia omukase council can vary. It says uko Article 13(1). Me use my phone and Article 13(1). Uko wa Bibia it says yema the council to vary the date no. A case 24 months, not later than 24 months. So not later than 24 months. If there is any issue, say even 4 years before, council can vary the dates and venue. And if you permit me, maybe kind, the elections of the party's presidential candidate shall be held not later than 24 months from the date of the national elections. And to say before say December 7th, 2028 presidential elections will be kind 24 months, not later. It should not be below 24 months. And would you meet some particular conditions? Now, person will vary the date and venue. The National Council can decide, say, even say not later than 24 months. If I say 3 years before, and I say 12 months before, the National Council has the power to vary that. And now, procedure, almost say the date and venue for the election shall be decided by the National Council, not any other body. Almost say the National Council, provided, however, that the National Council may, on appropriate occasions, vary the date. So, National Council has that particular power. Even say, the running mate to our elections, to the 2024 flag bearer, there was a date of change because the flag bearer had to come and ask for extension of time for more consultation. So the National Council is cloned with such power to extend in certain situations.
Maminti we say one more from polling station copy the national chairman a party no penny for a woman or run a party no mandate na end breben
Ushe polling stations are with no surety of the date. Meaning say polling stations elections somewhere February. Somewhere February. Later part of February. And he even said more mandate to be expire, then it should be somewhere February. But national elections every year in July. And the Ufasana, the national officers no mandate to be in July 2026. Region, we somewhere May, because May the region's elections were done somewhere 27th. And then some 2 days, we only 26th, 27th, because meaning said Northern Region, time I was Deputy National Communications Director of the party. It was done on 27th, which happens to be the birthday of my fifth born. So that means it was a Friday, and the mandate is not yet expired for the officers of the party. So July 2026.
31st January a done deal date and answer delegate conference bet me as son.
The decision of the date for council, decision of the date for elections of the presidential stops at council. It is a constitutional matter. Decision of parliamentary issues ends at NEC. It is a constitutional matter.
And the delegates conference, amendment I take effect, Brebe.
Delegate conference will clearly indicate the effective data. The amendments will take effect. But decisions will take it before the amendment. Amendment cannot come, say, at the council. And I give you clear example. There were 10 regions. Here we are, Nana-Adanko Kufuor Ebaye. Through a constitutional order, you say you be referendum, and these 6 other regions at the council. The creation of the 6 other regions. Emra, and I said to me, Edima party officers, not society. We only added to the new ones, but the 2 million was maintained. And now, omo buy no, 2 million every baby almost free no, pim baby omo bato no. Now elections should continue from those states. So constitutional orders, decisions are almost taken here before amendment of part or whole of the constitution does not nullify a before decision.
Okay, not just a date with for now a fix.
Yes, because it's a constitutional matter. Decisions of presidential primaries, presidential elections, it is the decision of the National Council. It didn't say it's a conference.
I see.
It said National Council. Decisions of parliamentary ends at NEC.
I see. And it drew that date now. Him for the banner for the presidential candidate.
The valid album within that date will go based on the outcome of the Constitutional Amendments Committee and the resolutions at conference.
Well said. Aveyamra Constitutional Amendment Committee, no more terms of reference name or mandate. When I secretary to the committee.
Minka Constitutional Amendment Committee, no.
No, sorry. Delegates Conference Planning Committee.
Delegates Conference Planning Committee, no. Yeah, your mandate is from the organization of the annual Delegates Conference, and all the processes and procedures for the resolutions, no. And a Juma ASA planning for the entire exercise at the stadium from start to the end. And we will make sure that everything that will happen at the sports stadium leading up to the amendment of the provisions of the party constitution ever happen. And every from the Article 10 national organization and 2, which is National Annual Delegates Conference. Now, there shall be a National Annual Delegates Conference, which shall be the supreme governing body of the party. The National Annual Delegates Conference shall meet once every year, at least 4 weeks after the last of the regional and annual delegates conferences. At the National Council, you are Justin Kodia Frimpong put up an issue for National Council to decide not to organize constituency and regional delegates conferences before every year National Annual Delegates Conference, and Council duly approved. So the National Annual Delegates Conference shall be attended by the following: all members of the National Council, all members of the National Executive Committee, all members of the Regional Executive Committee, all members of the Constituency Executive Committee, 15 members of the National Council of Elders, 12 delegates from every external branch, 1 TESCOM representative from each recognized tertiary institution in Ghana, 15 patrons elected from among themselves, founding members across the country who are signatories to the registration document of the party at the Electoral Commission. I repeat, that means stress. It's a founding members. Who to say now Tawakulu can say or the founding member or he never signed any document at the Electoral Commission on record of the party as a founding member. All party members of parliament and all party members who are ministers, deputy ministers, metropolitan, municipal, and district chief executives. Just say last one because we are not in government. You need ministers. You need MMDCEs.
I see.
So these are the attendees to the annual National Delegates Conference on the 19th of July at the Great Accra Sports Stadium, the University of Ghana Sports Stadium.
Mamin come Chikakra na mi musawe 31st January na the constitutional day mandated by NEC constitution na mo kwan se o mo ehye date no se council se eba se ye be expand polling station ye expand the polling station ye de wo mo ho no na beto ne ade san komo ni nyina no delegate conference na and be deciding.
Yes, because it's an amendment. It's a constitutional amendment. So delegate conference will be decided. Should we amend or we should not amend? It is the delegates conference that can decide. And to say delegates conference is deciding, I, Haruna, or any other national officer, and decided say it should be amended. You can only send your voice to say, me person way it should be amended. And the voice say ube say no must be on time. Say what any resolution to to the amendment committee per Article 19 of our party's constitution, who shall be captured in the resolution of the party's amendment report, which will be sent to constituencies and regions for them to look at it before the conference is occasioned.
Do time I'm call delegate conference here. Yeah, now more proposals and for Ediaba and Niema who do a good money more here. Do you remember say be a election when send Bibriaba?
Yes, there are so many issues about elections in the constitution, and matters are almost proposal. We have sent them maybe one. It's about 303 pages of the documents, and it's about 300 proposals in the documents. They are sending our constituencies and regions, and the Obia or make a resolution be free. In fact, if scanned the document I was sending, whether there's grammatical wrongs or whatever, you will put it there because it is a document that is sent by you, and it is put in the entire document and sent back to the constituencies, even after the election, the amendment committee in work, because say and all the proposals are and recommendations are at the core conference will be emanating from the proposals from party members as per Article 19 of our party constitution.
Haruna, mame no ase anope yeda se pa na obre.
Amofa Musumi Dawasi.
Yes.
Me gofa my last point each year OPPR ochi Omanfm and nichia yeah party penny the owner of the station Mintimi Nkasa I want the station so yes you were in the Japan.
Okay. Oh, that's it. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. Haruna Mohammed Ebed, Deputy General Secretary MPP. On one so now Secretary Edema 2025 National Delegates Conference Planning Committee. And you're calling no Edin Common 107.1 Swini High Omanfm. Teacher, Mammy Tio.
Oh, Brian, Hana na asem no wono. Na me question ne say. This data who do me no na ba ko suggest no. Den a polling station there no circulate no. Then we are no be shame no circulate. I don't know if minimum so mention mu dey.
Yes, Haruna mention mu.
Inti then because was our old one maybe.
Yes.
They suggested date on the be polling station there no. Say was our date.
As say Bepman no pay Haruna na come mate say ama ho. Minim say near they test waters there.
Inti eno no free he. Ene ba be shame. Well, say enipa bu fuye. Enipa anye de no mo kana ntum enipa koma ko soro saa ne ma wi ene kofa baaye wahu enti etwa bia biribi e kwa bonten ana national council person mo chese say the polling station de no emfiri omo hode a hwan na de saa de ne baaye
en fa no anso nkomo aidi e hempenfo ene omo di nyina mebusa that specific question obi anka say emfiri ho
good enti efihi ana obi na wi an ho de be hie mu se me de be hie obi abufu
ana test waters
oh what is saying madam Fubi also Miss Angie what the name be a test me I deal with the infant because all the test me abenyame so ho enti ne ma no bi ho a yenya ne saa me sebe emeteti ni pa adwen ha ni pa koma saa I mean sebe obi bo card ni sika ya ade wahu enti se wo ye ne ma bi sa at the end of the day so be a can be a sabu a kuti amanyuku no a near babontin on a ma sadi and a baye. Tinema be honor babontin and sebe or in journalism I say cross check. Obe check you cross check, then you triple cross check. So then I will be cano. Accurate. What you say? Into near babontin and ne mama to hang a badness and send if he him fa. And what is this? And I say no way dear. Saa netie na se omukọ no manku entimi ankoto aba enyi omo polling station coordinators ne ade no de na chese omo to aba dada no omo anom betimi ato aba o
said ye o kire no se omukọ conference na ebe decide na so omo amendment bebre a mpanimfo ne party for na propose say wo se omo tumi eye na sa amendment no so be coso conference na se ebi amendment ni bi expand the polling stations so be kaya say expanded there na it take effect expansion ne be koso ama take effect na saa won ma be expand di o ma be ka ho na kwakoto aba no nti se bibia betumi akoyi ama political party ni ya ejina conference no won ma be ko conference no ene ani suade hu no a ewo mo trim ene botaye ewo mo trim ene die nti a political party ni ya form ene die nti ani pakro no yi ni se won ko conference ni bi adwempa wo de be ko no ene be bo ama party no atumi akọ nanimu anase akọ nachi but say ye presidential candidate date ne de say de o kan yi no
fixed
ade a constitution no ema neck kwan say omo na cancel kwan say omo na omo enyi enti omo na fixed date no the council anya fixed date na de fixed but the aka ya aye wheels a omo be gina so akoyi ne de delegate conference no na ebe yes ahye ni nyina ma si ansana omo abegina so de ababeyi ne oso omo yene nti conference no na be decide.
Okay. So sana said they are not just because you see date in they are fixed no omo be kwakoto aba no they are fe ne
yeah ansana teacher beton ade ama ye no ma mintie komodo kakra
wofa de wo mu ne se yese opani ni hwe kra no watekan enti yakọ meeting ase ye discuss issue dia ye ka se ye koto police station dia amom no teacher bi say efiri fa ne bae enti onipa a o sha ase de bae me pentem akoboa ana me pentem akoka bibi no e de sa na ema we nyina ba deputy general secretary say sa asem no a ewo mu no amam na ba mu so a enka ebe enwanwa to the sense say ye koyi party pani obedi animu ne ase police station executives and a police station abato ni kan control no
ntwa so ase amam chiri nya ho asem kan
e di say amamu dia na chese no mu se de we kan e kan wo ho no se nka be dem ma ye be koto sa aba no sa nkrofo e be kwa koyi wo mu na e koto sa aba no e ho na ye the whole issue say ye ma police station for e koto sa aba ni wi a but enura so yera jo se usu kan asem bi say wonu betimi attest to the fact say owo ni constituency ho regional chairman kransi ni constituency ho ameye adwuma but now wo polling station executives are no mo ye adwuma e wo da end wo say ba se ye bibi kura na polling station for no kasa e wo constituency ho a omunim de wo grounds a wo mo so e kan I think say we nim nyina no e be call conference nim any amendment a wo be so mo ye no wo mo e be to saa aba no enso so amendments yembie mu no eno so betimi nyina aba mu ana chese free that end ho nti said offer o ka no sabepepe ne beye no na afi o makoto aba no omutu wi a ne ehunu ba bi asusan e de bode hunu be kwakoto.
Nana Buje says, I would like to congratulate the general secretary of the party. He has the knowledge and then temerity of how to explain issues. After listening to him on another network, I'm convinced that if we wait till after the conference in July, our fears may be eliminated. Said it, watch no. Na teacher to ade kakra ma yenko enim.
Ayo. Ene na Kontonchi Links Limited. Ese mo me nyina ma na ese Tonchi Heba capsules no de aba no. Eboa me makwanu ase nyina so. Entu yoba na hwe na ura na gudie nso weni a me pa cho bomoden ase obepe Tonchi Heba capsules ni bi amano anom. O pedodo atu a omo main line ni nemum area bi anso on the number o be free. Wo a wo pedodo atu no free 0553 551 159. Madina for Enfre 0246131475. Kaswa for Enfre 0540470055. Ashama for Enfre 0243774501. Naka Nation for Enfre 0244277050. Give us about center say anopay woman ru no a eboa emema no ye give us pick capsules no ebi ewo ho sanso na we be ma na adwon so na oba mem hyehye wakope bito na give us cool capsules no so eno akuti asisi yade enti wonom pick capsules no anum cool capsules na ka ho na bomu aye adwuma ma ohare kwan so say malaria, typhoid, jaundice ana say wenum atoa kope give us about mixture no bi enom eno akiri eman kope give us ginseng mixture any capsules ne bi enom na ensansan bi egu ba bia no enhwe na enhye no ema afi white wo de po ano ne enam yade bia no eno nso ebeko etia ama ho atọ enti frɛ give us ewo 0543222470 ena 0506851135 building Planner Design Limited say one sase a DC dine. And sasin so our day fu and oye fu was so and unsu ubi. And unti one sasin will kuntun say no beama sama one cry ha a buri ebi ho. Obosumasi ebi ho. Tutu akuapemsu will be ho. Yenti Fre Building Planner Design Limited ewo 0242 341 216 Anna 0277 638792. Franco Trading Enterprise men kan cho se me bu ni din what is about mobile phones se Nokia Samsung iPhone na e honkwa na abenye bi ato a eye papa ne mpo uko ne bi ni ho a na ohwe adu nu 9 wode bi bebere wo emo ani age eno achi smart TVs oton bi wo ho ton Franco air conditioners e wo ho Chester freezers ena refrigerators nso ebi wo ho washing machine microwave blenders ni nyina otombi wakofa CCTV cameras aba wo de bo fie anamo ye estate bi na mo de bi bo ho a ebebo amo enti Fre Franco ewo 0246422338 ena 0555939311 ni twetwo eye 0302225651 or say Franco still phone papa efi and home. Spanish garlic mixture and then the capsules no de wuru na me ba ma we. Wona se tata Johnson tentem wo ye kese amro so bad cholesterol no edoso. Eya no akoma bo periperi wonsa no nan etai sensen home a emframa no efi mu ba no enye oba ubu nsa na wa ya se ye oya. Kope Spanish garlic mixture no be enom na uwie nso a wa Spanish ginkgo capsules ne bi anom na beboa emma emoja no akoma no emoja na pompia komye na pompia ko 1 minute num na eya na owure fi ade no ne nyina waka aka ade ententem enti Fre wa wo pedodo atuo no Fre 0266114111 Lanzarote Logistics amane na mebo a chewi da bia wudidi nanso ya na fon na wo fon esan se enuane nu ese onya waduane no a wudi enum no eya wunya enti Lazarus Logistics aqua fruit force pomegranate juice aba a enoboa na enuane nu a wo pa waduane a wudi mu no wonsa aka what the cold made season so aka ho make I say eni ma me bobo so nyina eye organic onfa chemical bia emfry enti Fre Lazarus Logistics ewo ahoma we so se won kran ha na wo frɛ na ɔkyerɛ waduru no bo na otua car de bebro na rider obe deliver de na ma no de new sika e free enti frɛ Lanzarote Logistics ewo 0539982593 Palaton Properties say ensuo tutu na koto asase anhwe ya wadwene se okọ opebrim na asase no da ho pete na nso ensuo beto no se na ho ensuo ba bi ensuo nam emeboa enti Palaton Properties e won sase Ododowa Waterworks Dodowa Odomse Aburipu Krom Shai Hills ena East Legon Hills na won sase ne kese no twa ne one plot no 70 by 100 feet na Shai Hills asase no the one plot no eje 20,000 Ghana cedis can 200 million no ayen hyehyɛ say utua 5,000 e can 50 million na no atwa sase no ama na sika no aka no ama afe na wo de atua wo car eye saloon car anase mini bus bi a wo de beba beje asase a eno nso wo de bema wo pepepe ne eka ho bi ni say Palaton Properties nkwa na adwumaku a woton sase a sabri wone sika kramia bi aka bomu a wo si dan sika semunti wakoka kwan mu a wobema unsika ma ade asidan no usidan no wiamfia duru no wode bema na ade atua ne aka no mpewe na opeden enti Fre Palaton Properties e wo homa mienu am de bema usui na ne won edin komo 0551499919 ne aka ho ye 0243354100 Palaton Properties ese Fre no ankoto asase e wo ensuom e ma ho ankoche Brian ade a ese meton na no pay ne nyina eno
mo eni adwuma ora mo data kwaba me ho ye na nso ai
ya me so no ko ye tinkwam ye be balance yep
ansa na ye de bo nkrata no mu nsem no be ba no yenko yanim kakra migiri se nra ene na nsa ne council meeting akoso enkomodi bebre no na ekoso nchirimu ahodo bebre no anso na eba minim se wati bibi foforo na wo bibi foforo apeso kan
ya se edi kan ma me fasa akwanya eso nchia ya tiefo ani ahwefo ni nara na ye na nyame asese and so yetin kwamu we issue I think it be taking a very long time until say you be call Congress no legal.
Yeah.
A big issue. We will continue to talk about it. We will continue to explain it to people. I'm who the repercussions now and the repercussions in the future. Send a bear or together. Our stadium. And now is it legal? Maybe we
yeah. University of Ghana Park.
The right decision.
Stadium.
The right decision will be made by all the participants of the Congress. And untino, onum say the entire ama this supposed resolution already bar 3 days ago. No, the ama and when here some of us are 10 be a person is stressing, and he said, onum say it will be difficult. Some of kochi anoma edi ahye wonsam na ba wu sakoku that say sa no ma yakuta me wu ana say otinkwem because the decision is in your hands. Decision no e wo wonsam na ya na mota kan wo studio ha say mota bokra ya say muka say John Dramani Mahama ochi lawyers bi ekro baby I was someone from NDC lawyers. And as NDC lawyers no catch all say, another Kufuado, a package the judiciary with his own choices. And Nuntino, so Oba, on also be making sure say, what fairly the judiciary so with, on also call for a full say, or more loyal to him.
Yeah.
And therefore, any prior select or more parliament, amount for questions about it. Based on the analysis now, I want to use the same analysis. Say, yes, started at the end. You can fear tremo. Say, Nenkophobia started any now. Planted this idea of top to bottom elections, top down elections. The man idea way I am more controversial. Yeah, a man for near Brea, already know. You can't catch there. Say a man for in Western region, Western North, other places. At the share chairman for be a dream say a court National Congress. Next year, you can say any amendment be a qua. This particular amendment, ye the beba, ye the bar, Munyin Tum say, ye better about presidential promise in the first, and they dabba down. A beye be in the air for some time.
Yeah.
As if say need diagram. And if at the end of the day it turns out, say a nema edi kan a preempt ya ye can't once more. And nuna bemwa. Yeah, if Ose Chairman Sabonsu, Honorable and others try to say, oh, when now Mosusun Kasa, they are not being fair. He is not being fair. So, oh, yeah, fair. Obama said, baby, I dare not start here free. No, a start free, any baby, I dare not call. Let us speak the truth. Your mama can't cry. It will not help. And until some say, for example, and amunye din, amunye say ya. Say, uye din, ne say, ye you or baba them. Na baba na oh you, no, so you are you born in a one casemwa, or best say with you. And Nutino and a National Congress, your National Congress, and a National Congress has the power. Or you have already decided. You started making this move long time ago. And I'm going to back 3 days ago, and I'm going to push it down, I'm going to call National Congress. And it all boils up to the point, say, share suggestion and resolution on the Abanua. You must say this resolution in the Abanua. In the first place, must there be this particular resolution? Does it make sense? And your baby a backup party na boom. And your baby a didn't come back. And your baby want to say, oh yeah, what news idea who ye and I'm out to and yet. Because about from poet in the year the who knows na ye na atene. And right from the word go, it is becoming a reality. And to me, young chairman National Congress, before the National Congress, every day we will talk about the seriousness, the negative repercussion. Any so at the party, any party and can call in the future. How are they? So yes, on the bano, a best party. Now, two, only the deputy secretary, general secretary, Aruna. Okotu, Article 13, 1. Yeah, or say, the election of the party's presidential candidate shall be held not later than 24 months from the date of the national election. The date and venue, this is what is important to me. The date and venue, one can say dates, one can say venues. The date and venue for the election shall be decided by the National Council, provided, however, that the National Council may, on appropriate occasion, vary the date. May vary the date. Almost fix the date and the venue now. Venue no there, almost fix it. You can't vary it. But date now, almost say 31st, the National Council.
Let me vary.
Yes, let me vary. So we can't say it's fixed. Okay. They have the may. They can vary it if it is not going to help the party. Yeah. They can vary it, so it's not fixed yet. Depending upon circumstances and other things that best surround around this whole
conference.
Yeah, you see, our party. When a party there, it's a OT party. It's about members of the parties. I was here GD and my home. I was a party name. Bibia yeah, I was a transparent. Na encrophobic to be called gange who say, Sadi we are a person. Yen interest binti, yen personal agenda binti no. Mumma yen kwa adieno emfaha. And this story no, and this strategy no, and this agenda no. Yow, and yet 3 days ago the buy. And yet 3 days ago and the buy. And no other people are failing to see say. A Bibia almost planning for a long time. Sadia mi ready ye. Also estate time ye presidential primaries MPP no. Or see date and venue. You fix the date instead of the venue no. You the venues. You to different region. Come on see you contribute what KNUST. Maybe two aha. Or see venue one particular place. A venue is different from venues. And to almost start the agenda, that time. You fix the date and the word venue, and I remember of said Chairman Sabonsu explaining this. Say venue means venues. Say venue means you can do it at different locations, which is wrong. If you want to do a proper constitutional interpretation, a date is one particular date. And it's date of birth was 29th July 19. Etc. That is your date of birth is fixed one day. And also venue. Venue at a place, one particular place. And the venue nunye. At that time, the 2024 presidential promise, that agenda started from there. At that time, the venue became venues. Nobody spoke about it. And our traveler and the Asabe read the same thing. And we are drawing them attention, said, Empo, say, yeah, promise now. This time around, we will obey the spirit and the letter of the Constitution. It says the date and venue. But omoyeno venues. And inti asemwa ye Kenya omoyeno. And what says wo ya go back to history. O show one performance. And then maybe a ye, and who will be a ye, chinchim and nipansa. And tato dear, and what tibi wakami be a ye those days. And a row and a airba and a airba. And you say, young can one 70 and draw a man for attention to, and a man for be agenda, almost set it for the party. Now, yen sano, I yet this service to the party. And here, and I'm going to keep on educating people on a daily basis. Until that day. And I was here who said, my and say, oh, and a man for bar, or say, Mesa Bonsu say, Yan Casa Boko, man, TV soon you say, no, that is not right. Sorry, Joe Wise, that is not right. Senior, that is not right. And as a lawyer, no, so bibi koso na it kicks against the constitution. It's sinful to the constitution of the MPP. You have to stand on the law and speak as such to make sure say entrophobia omutituwa omupeso omuye niema bi na ema party no enya. Do you know any part do we outsider? Ha mu ekromosi krom na ye omubu afu e what this particular movement e cause no any party members are not happy because 1992 we use the same system and the year adubuahe 1996 Kufuor came in, President Kufuor came in, the same system bottom up and the year ya besi another Kufuor ya besi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Then all of a sudden Opesa you use the and interestingly the amount for maybe almost say the Market Quays report na ebado. Ye nim die womu. Ye nim recommendations the womu. Ye two party, ye two abai wie. Lessons ben ya sua. Mistakes ben ye. Mistakes you see okay fine. You open the delegate system. You be as here. The existing album doesn't even talk about the numbers. You person you do better for other things. Everybody. The existing album is 5-5. So you want to go and do the presidential? No one use the 5-5. I'm not making question. You say I don't
know. More cancel more conference now. As conference be decide expansion. No.
Conference be decide expansion. No. Great. Which is great.
Yeah.
And it's a Congress decided expansion in taking effect. Why are you talking about say you be your polling station elections, near your presidential elections, and later
on not just a polling station election no Crawford can ampie council meeting as
so why is it out?
That's
a question. Oh, and me Charles Amo, for example, nobody can tell me to keep quiet. I will not keep quiet. I will speak the truth. No one can tell me to do so because when the actual will say in the party now you woman. A bit of certain particular interest on person or more protected. I didn't know they see how can deputy secretary say and I didn't appear the conversation.
In fact, from Rwanda Shas in and then Kwan or say,
but I didn't know Amokan was okay. I didn't know your name say Tembia, you see any expansion. Request report about voluminous about. I must take recommendations like Congress agree. I didn't say any sign of my way and signing a dream who said it was a trouble free a see her be seen a pump. And this time around, open to the pump, no between us, no what the tokro at the inside. What kind of system, what kind of structure, what kind of mechanism is this? And until Rebecca said this is what? And if I say procedural impropriety. The procedural is inappropriate. And then what me kind of handle say ye uko joma na wosi ekwanso na okọ na hu se nipa bi ba na ne ti esi fom na ne nan ehwewie mu a ubedwane na sa nipa so emoja begina ne tirim sa nipa ne emoja betu nanum emoja betu ne hwinim emoja betu na fina sum na aba the almost suggestion no that is the implication. That is the implication. And nunti we will speak against this. We will educate the masses. The list of people on the National Congress, and what's your draw more attention to certain parochial interest, a minimum interest or more person, and what's your draw or more attention or more mistake. What want to make a chibi be share Congo yaw? And therefore, young transit about much chibi be and be share Congo. Or ye be na enya, ye beka. Young trauma general secretary, ebe paya pump, ye beka, or ya de enya, ye beka. The national chairman or Yari, and that's on Tiapo, Nessa Bibi Kosu, Nessa Yedomu, or whoever becomes the national acting, whatever it is, or even Yenya, Yebeka. Say neck, ABB, the M1 party now, party members, Yebeka, the grassroots vote, Yebe sorry, Yebe, you speak the truth. And Nunti, and Yesebia Obi, and the pet, and Obetraha, and the Bia, all ye Dede, and now Kasa. At the end, we are passionate about our party. We want our party to yank power back in 2028. And therefore, the move to more and check what mandate. Now, the new executives buy, you are going to make decisions for your predecessors. Huh? Mo successors are bano. Mo successors baby, omo be di mo ade no. Mo be make decision ama omo na me to aso what be pen. Ebi anabo wini, ebi amba wini. We understand, but don't make decisions be M1 party no the future, Mr. Justin Kodia. Don't do that. Don't do that. You are a lawyer. Let me say a lawyer par excellence, but you have to do what the Constitution is saying. The MPP Constitution. Nya eka. Enunti say you threaten na say the old album no. And yeah, be used this old album now. There's a market kura no committee no teacher. Yeah, bo omo hoka. So omo nkoye adwuma. Omo fa report round. And surprisingly, sa report here by Justin Kodua pe and the quote to that report. Sometimes you could thank you to Dr. Maud Bomi also a quote to that report. So unka Bible da a better quote to a quotation from the Bible. So unka Chaucer the Canterbury Tales da. How can you quote from Chaucer the Canterbury Tales? So unka the Constitution da. But these two people, they are always quoting from the Market Quest report. Market Quest report. A debe dissuade the woman. You bet me a far party. Ma was woman. You debe boy a whole. What are you protecting? These are the questions. And it's a more ye BB. Nese adienu tokruwa di dem in tokruwa edi dem. Nese when you apply the cheese, the Swiss cheese model. Nese etimi from through from one end to another and etimi fa ho numwa ekopia. There is something wrong. There is something wrong somewhere. And if it doesn't fit, you must acquit. If you say, ne ye kan nyina ne say, and nema omo ye no, yaw, and this is serious matter. And nema omo ye no, me ya say maybe you cannot play interview no. When we started the thank you tour, and na me ye interview bi wa say, Napoleon nam ntentenwa ye sa asem a apui enu hu dawro na obo enu hu dawro na obo enti mo fo money to form your friend na bi wa ha na bi couldn't explain properly any papi o man for anya no kra e bi nsi da e bi nye say ya dey year from the party time from 1992 e be si na e bi nsi da man for kra antia de na say enna AC no na unim say so we say ye chairman for any amount for money list of boy I think say article 10 of the end of the MPP Constitution or Children Crofo Omobeba National Congress. Now we share Crofo National Congress now. So we share San Crofo here. Omo form the old system now. They call they call the primaries earlier. The old system members of the National Council. And members of the National Executive Committee. All members of the Regional Executive Committee. The old and all members of the Constituency Executive Committee. 15 members of the National Council. Previously 12 delegates from each external branch. And one test come for 15 patrons elected. Or kind or listed and I said the K aspect of it, which is all party members who are ministers, deputy ministers, metropolitan MMDCEs and DCEs. Because right now we are out of government. It's on Congress now. This Kofoyana, the primaries in the 2024 primaries, no. Mia womuti, ye mia womu force womu, more than womu ko buy, they call the 5-5, the selection of 5, if it is more than 10, Sankofoya and Edomokoye, 1 echo. And he said, if we don't educate, if we don't speak out, if we don't tell them the consequences, the repercussions, next where is the party's faith? Where is the party's future development? And nothing in my party yesterday I advised. Catch almost said, the Omu Yebiano. Omuni party ni die ho anamo aye tu bia no yenhwe emabunu amono aye tu bia no yenhwe party ni future say yenhwe party ni future na yenhwe ne constitution no say yenye na yan follow what the constitution is saying now. Yeah, we will sin against the party and we will sin against the nation. If you say one who dey me person me chere say wo ye bibi wo ho na dia wo ye no wa wo trip dem so wo mo trip no womu nim said the omo ye ne nye Womo mutrim. Woman say the omo yeninye. If you say it is not for the collective interest of the party. So if it is for the collective interest of the party, at then idea ya use form the core of our brand, you know, or facade, you know, most of time when you pass 17, and no me can have any past 17, the competition was fierce. Any past 17 at that time. Yeah, you see the whole system, the same system. And no kufuado, obey a flag bearer. A dear ben type of competition, and almost anticipating, yeah, a nuntino, 1% almost has recommendation way, resolution way, echo conference, national congress. A dear ben tino yes idea. And nunti, ya beka wasem, media make could say a beko conference, bekasa.
And Obey Emmanuel says, but why top-down approach? Why are we rushing? Who built, starting from roofing? Is it a village church starting to have a place to worship? I'm highly and overly disappointed in our neck and the National Council of a new patriotic party. Is it this what we call development in freedom?
No.
Posterity will judge us or Good morning, Wofa. Good morning, Obey. That's also why it's partisan when assemblies sponsor candidate to or can assembly elections. Also, say Oba Team Ken should test the law and flash the party with court injunction. It has gotten to that stage. This current executive should be booted out for they are destroying the beautiful party of ours. Why is Kennedy a Japan hit in MPP party? I don't understand. Mr. Ike, yeah, that's say also the text message the Abba. Kwaku Makado, Kwaku, good morning. Actually, my whole message in the kind the amount. Tija, Mr. Momami and Nami Homra home.
Yeah, me perceive you call. But Mammy summarize.
Okay, summarize the main tongue of what the Embra.
You see, yeah, kana. Mr. Empenifo or Mutien. Any Omayane interview or mono. Say, Bibi air coso. Na say, yeah, can. A yama amount for be enkase. Adentina be a year casa asem no. Na be a say party no. Ne pese che ne se
na the okay minka bi fan kan fi se senye kasa why don't want kasa ho ne nra ne ade anke na yenim se anhye date se on the
yeah
so na ya to atwenim na afi
yes
the ono to twenim ne de obi ankase wonye o but the kasa ho no na enye
yeah enti na me kan say do de ahwede ba afi ono de yan kan ho asem but once na ba na esi once na ba fi until when you are doing all these things na say amount for so we had the papa yeah so we Justin Kodua was jumping from station to station, yeah. TV to TV, trying to explain himself.
And
yes, trying to explain himself. So then now if it doesn't raise any eyebrow, why are you sweating it out? What I say? The constitution here is my Bible. I'm going to research. Someone make it available. The macro recommendation purchase some person yehu and yehu and ye compare resolution on the abano. You be say ade omo ye in toku them. You don't build a house. So no be kind from the roof to the foundation, but you build a house from the base, from the foundation. Now all the above RBC, the superstructure, the apex. Until they cannot tell us. Until they can't do yea and nay to decide on a resolution. No more from stadium. Na yan ko jintum. Na yan si ya mamre. Ene ya mamne ase. Say yan to abanu free na pampem. Ne abeto ase ho. Ne abeyen say na ngwan haphazard. Structured, unstructured. Na afo yenim party yesterday I read an article from Azar, Koku Azar, the lawyer in the US. Now, ocean analysis no now. We idea of the suggestion is leading us to doom. Or he said legal colossus and we'll break it down. This decision of Omo is going to lead us to doom. Ati ase it is ade na mo ye nipa kan mo bientie nipa kan mo bientie o na mo beto party no ye nyina beto party no enti ye kan mo ntie ma mo nya so brachie ma mo nya titintriti ma mo nya say I want to be a general secretary next time at all costs. I want to be an organizer at all costs. I want to be a presidential flag bearer at all costs. If it will not help the party, we need to stop. Now you take decisions. Yeah, be boa party no. Until say you call Congress no, you will be advocates. You better draw a deeper attention. I'm a who said be an among party in A+A2 no, MP party, and we will not sit down to let them cheat us every day.
My only problem is how can the executives who rocked the boat into the middle of the ocean go ahead and then choose leaders for the next elected executives of the MPP? Nana Buje, my now I say for sending in this message. For Madame, for a commercial break here, but now feed ya can hear the ababe twice so come ho and come ho pa. This assembly in common ye new year if we are the eba now on soon tea mubi or hono on Swati. Good morning.
Ojambo, when you mean I don't mean the Diana.
When you meet me, you dance me, Nimni, Hammy.
And yet, you are not one here. We have food supplements, yeah, vitamins, and minerals, Sashibuma, na boost to immune system. Lanzarote Logistics, add the organic pomegranate juice, yeah, friend of fruit force pomegranate juice. And more common young thing, and my journey here, Juma ye, na fay, a bois drink some how would win. Sadans no more they cold milled seeds, abba.
Near flaxseed, sunflower, pumpkin seed, chia seeds, and goji berries, afranana.
A source of fiber, protein, very high in omega-3.
Yes, I know they are organic.
Delivery, and Kramantam Habe Beer are free. Number 0539 982 593 0539 982 593. Email lanzarotelodges@gmail.com. Lanzarote Logistics, home of organic.
Na ase ho te sen
mama o ti apon kakra na momo ntumi mi se aduane
enti na me de front active and chance ne pepe mu nuare papa bia wo di a wo mra ho aba no wo ye front active cereals e rich in vitamins, proteins and minerals, fiber and omega-3 so wom e boa digestion every 3 years equals 100 years obi atumi di bi na e main kama wutumi di ni breakfast lunch and asapampo
front active ebe boa pa
the drink nso nie ye won diabetes ya de yatua no ana one persistre etumi num bie e na e won complete Omanfm kan so tumi num bie na the test no jai obanoma main very nutritious
and na front active junior inso e
front active junior ne famra no enkoda wadi 1 ekosi 14 years ya won mutumi ni di year from no wodi ensuo ana milk and mixia na wotima ni di na ni denti obenyiri fa ni nyina wo supermarkets and pharmacies dodo a Adepa Pharmacy Limited branch BM our Ghana ha from 0302 664 832 and 0245 915 254
FDA aji ejede nkrato yato
Odene honono
What some membranesa no ope bibia gia from horudo
What for Tonchi herbal capsules
Oh, and you no kwa de obetumi aka biu Tonchi herbal capsules for male vitality
Kaneno na wa ho keka wo fam nanso me ho se ho ayedin
Oh me fa Tonchi herbal capsules ma pom dressing dadem in fact ohawa na me wo no efri ho
Tonchi herbal capsules
e mema wadi mfiedum watwede kronkwa na efa enye ma apemfo e ma wo monifo ne nkwada wodi mfiedum ye no eye good ma me say
Tonchi herbal capsules
e wo pharmacies herbal and over the counter medicine sellers Tonchi Links Limited e wo 0553 511 159
Tonchi
FDA ajedwede nkrato yatum
Spanish garlic mixture and the capsules e boa mamoje die fusane woni paduanum ye
Swakoton sase bi emalanga de fuatata wo emwonu hu senti wonto asase bi e enkraha bi odi a kwakoma to yam esanse edmeko ba ko a ne sanse manso ni ho na langa de fo entata wo eye Palladium properties e won sase wo me abi ti say Shine Hills Dodowa Odumse ena Abripukrum
Shy Hills and Sasino, Palachon Properties edited 20,000 Ghana cedis. Mahoya na kopebito nansenya. What the kind to 5,000 Ghana cedis? Wabama afi ema de akano. What the chia? Ucha 5,000 no year. Wama kwai ema kwa Sasino so kwa we maybe ya wope. So ucha fikano year. Wasan echo 100 blocks. Ema de 12 jumaso. Adias from Kwa. Palachon Properties edia beka ho kra ne se. So wasase da ho a. Upeso si dan na so sika. So so dan na se. Lenso wakoka kwam obra wunye sika ento aso a. Palachon Properties. Any sika kram ya bi akambo mu eye adwuma. Wobema sika ema ade ato awo dan no so. No ama emfia duro no ema ade atua woka no nyina. Palachon Properties nko a na obema sa akwanya yi. So wo hwe Palachon Properties echi akwanya. Wo Rich Junction, Madina, wo be Marina Supermarket no. Na watwe mienu bia nso. Palachon Properties ade Omanfm pensa ase ato no bi ekofa kwa won sas no nyina ewo mo kohwe bi. E obra wontua sika bia. So pese won ankasa eye wo dan plan ema na wo ma pe won sas no so mawa. Ni nyina wo be ya ma ema wo hunu se ampa adwumako a wo tran asase a edimu ene Palachon Properties. Palachon Properties ewo homa edidi so iso 0551 499 919 and I say 0243 354 100.
Wafi hwɛ sama yɛ wotena wo yi ɛmɛma ne hu sɛ yɛka no wasɛm wo ka sa papa kɛsie yi a na ɔba ha na ne nase atatae a ɔkasa na ɔde ne nsa akatana no no
ame but we yɛ de ne sɛ saa papa no
mate deɛ mmɔka no nyinaa Spanish garlic mixture ɛne ne capsules adaworoma ɛna ama apɔmudene saa no
wow wayɛ nice ankasa Spanish garlic mixture ɛne ne capsule
ɛboa ma mbɔgya di afirisa ne wɔ nipadua no mu na aboa sisasaborɔ awotutuo hypertension ɛte cholesterol so obi ɔtaa dwo so ntɛntɛm paa gas gyina wo yam ɛma akora amane amuhunu ma fichi kromu nyinaa ɛtuatwa obi akora wadware wie no afɛ na ne ho yɛ ne hene
enti ɛsono Spanish ginkgo capsules ana
Spanish ginkgo ɛno deɛ yɛ nnuano nura watwe free ginkgo biloba ɛne soya oil mu ɛma wadwe mu so da hɔ
mate nso sɛ yɛse ɛyɛ anti-aging ɛna ma good retentive memory
na yɛtɔn ne hene
Antec Herbal Center for ɛna ayi ɛnyɛ na pharmacies chemical ne herbal shop apemfo abaato mo manufo no kwada wo ne mfiedu mienu ɛnka ho FDA agye edwadie nkra
3CP efie bi ehia 3CP bambo adepa no kɔfɔ bae wasan de 3CP papa ɛbɛboa efie bia aba mese adepa de etwa mu da wo de 3CP egu nsom dware a ɛbɔ ho ban efi muamoa ho fa 3CP ɛfrɛ so hohoro wanum anɔpa bia na ma wo se ho ban wonu aduane na eja ana ensohye ɛhyewo a fa 3CP ɛfrɛ so fifa so ɛno ano no wo hye wo wie a fa 3CP ɛfrɛ enso fifa so na ɛbɛboa wo bebre 3CP ɛhye pimples ɛpɔmpɔ ɛkro na ekum kro ɛne mrimu ya wo so 3CP so de ɛnyɛ na wo drugstores bia mu ɛtufo nko adepa pharmacy ɛne SGSSB ɛna hwɛ ni mu ɔkanhyi frɛ 0302 664 832 Kumasi adepa pharmacy ɛwɔ adum ɛne Hello FM ɛna hwɛ ni mu 3CP efie bia hia 3CP bambo Sebamed range of products honam boafo
Ghana Fui Franco Esa the electrical appliances for Frabejasuo washing machines, Asian women yopo, CCTV cameras, and need all clear. I be you know that several mobile phones, this are iPhones, Infinix, Nokia, Samsung, any the account, anyone says now Franco. In our binya the papa, ne water foam say Franco air conditioners, every 1.5, adequacy 2.5 horsepower, Samsung Franco TV, every 32, adequacy 85 inches. Franco, SSO tabletop, double decker, any chest freezers, and chain in a mahoden cry. Franco Kwabata be a benwo, name of head office, a wada braka, one in Roxy Cinema Nedian friend 0246 422 338 in a 055 5939 311. Franco electrical appliances papa Effie
shaping the nation 107.1 shaping the nation 107.1 shaping the nation 107.1
not only in law but in the lived experience of our people. MMDCEs, you may be the last batch of MMDCEs appointed. The National Review Committee is going round. I'm sure some of you would have been consulted, and it will present its recommendation in August this year. And one of the major items that has been canvassed is the election of DCs. There's no doubt that Ghanaians want their DCs elected, MMDCs elected. Several surveys have shown that they prefer to have your category of political officers elected. So you may be the last dinosaurs who are appointed.
107.1 Suni High Omanfm. Clifford. Bokordier. Okay, that's no pay so so adwene yeniama no packed but mami nti okakra so ho na afi ya bed of bonkrata we interview back on so ame.
Okay. I'm say maybe na me follow come from new decision and a new information say president say you be elected
MMDC
DCs are true to MPP internal only deputy
general secretary
interview or na GM response
or the better as one okay
quick one
and then I just say oh ban on na monitor
quick one na teacher entry on the MMDCs about the partisanship and partisanship nature na the previous administration a proposal. I'm saying teacher entry a very fantastic submissions, but at the back one, the refi and say, on my way, you need neutrals. Be your purport to be neutral, be on canon correct. Ye be a partisan in nature. And so, ye de. Enyama ekatakata so. Recent the current administration, we share enyama nkrofo a appoint you mo. Me sure say 6 months ago, no be catch say the political party a obi te say Professor Jampo e belong to her. Na be di ama.
With perception na nkrofo
yes, a perception. Yeah. But esan say na onhuri ngina ba bi no nti no to twitwa e gye no because o ka 10 ema benkuma no abeka 2 ama nimfa nti na me feel say sincerely speaking say you do baby politics and you rule on mine say executive politically known right from the bottom to the top yenye partisan na say stronghold who voter na MPP aban na wom na we ni nesa say we NDC ni we DC na obe sabotage aban a wo sabotage aban na owo so na president na owo so na the people of water region and wo municipal na district and na wo sabotage wo Ashanti region nesa say by nature of senior political dynamics in nti wo be winning as an MCE na we pro MPP na nunti twintwina etwan NDC aban na wom no the development be ba na wo say wo sabotage sa aban na at the end of the day no the pan be hu say wo ankasa na wo sabotage nipa no sense obi beka say oye neutral ye nim political party o belong to no we no abeye MC eso na e bi ote ho no ye the work of the opposition at that time for me, no, a proposal, I think we would have to digest it very, very well. Ebia under President Ekufuor, because now minority at that time, Oman disagree.
No, but
they agreed.
Non-partisan.
They even agreed to the partisan. Go for the parliamentary Hansard.
Okay.
A bit majority leader today, or espouse a beautiful argument for which reason he thinks district assembly elections must be partisan. Last minute, and they are happy in line, and now jettisoning idea said they support political coloration of the MMDC elections, and Of course, that wouldn't be the first time. In 2016 elections, no, now you're contemplating on the date. I'm a minority at that time, no. The discussion clearly shows that the majority favored bringing electoral calendar forward. But when push came to shove, the minority was whipped in line, and then we jettisoned that particular idea. So that is my take on the MMDC.
And you think that any partisan?
Sincerely speaking, because you see, we can't continue to play this ostrich. Say, there are people they don't belong to any political party. And now there are people who on their own can say they have no sympathy towards any of the political systems. And in any case, even the smaller political parties, say CPP, PNC, PMPU, even within the same political parties, there are a few even though also a CPP, which are the sympathies towards the MPP. Same way, we share the same group, group be almost sympathies towards the MPP. For me, I think you do baby. We must cut off the hypocrisy. Hypocrisy or main problem. It's a major problem. And then President Mahama say, or Persia elected MMDCEs. 2009 to 2016, the agenda was that you be elected. Equipment soon you be elected. Proposition and they say the party in power or the government must elect people, 3 people, and I'm interview now. You be shortlisted 3 of your kind. Now if you had more bread district and municipality, no, now masses no atu moswaba. Eba ni send us proposal no angle through. I think very important if we really want to deepen our decentralization processes. America, we quote a lot of things from America. Very soon, midterm elections. Midterm elections, they say district
assembly election,
assembly elections. Partisan, so that when a government fail pointers, partisan. So chairman, Dunketia, somewhere in 2012 or so, to me justify say district election bana yakotono. NDC control a certain number indicate say you called main election more.
Even recent election you
understand?
This assembly election no NDC.
What you say? So what is this hypocrisy about making it partisan? For me feel say the partisan more. More be atenasi because MC Uja MPA Ubedi na say wo Asante region na NDC na wa ban mu na so mo di mpuntu oba na say mpuntu no ebeba besi wo na so say wo na wo ye MCE ana wo na wo ye district chief executive wa bri so na sam mpuntu e ba ya e ma wo the bragging rights e ma wo the campaign ma manfo no say na wo be ye DCE kra na wutumi ye adwuma say na wo ba be ye MP enti menua for the MMDCE issue no dey I believe say partisan the next one MPP internal elections da bia me ka say eto da bia enye asem na wo ka no ekwan a wo fa so eka asem no e na ede problems eba yempo babia eye nipa dodoɔ ko bia no obia wo interest a ɔde joining ekuo no obia ni ho a ɔdɔm MPP obetumi aka kyerɛ me sɛ oni interest enti na ɔdɔm a particular kuo ana sɛ NDC na nipa no wa oni interest ni amemegi di ni sɛ yedu baabi a ɛyɛ abotre ɛne nkyerɛkyerɛ mu na ye ka new proposition a omode abe me first time I met is asem no na engineer Kwabena Ejepon
yes
and I espouse this first top down approach
yeah.
Me the first time man tiase na ye me na kakra say ubesi den na we yi flag bearer ansa wa be yi national executives and sawaba regional executives and sawaba constituency executives and sawaku pooling station executives because problem tia ye ka say ye ma ye starting from ye what problems see no largely because of the delegate system ye use no ye feel say ye delegate system no abeye so amenable say people are able to manipulate people for their own selfish gain, sometimes through monetary inducement. Enti, young is a question me bisa ane say, see a back on bottom a top-down approach. Na why mona air kotu abano ama a person. Ye be pow committee be on beka say okay when a flag bearer ana. You be deep in participation. No?
Say one more was on mandate and
some mandate, no, and yeah. Nasa was started from the top. Problem no, influence. And he said the last election no at the bottom no, which me influence to Abama
a candidate,
a particular candidate. Then a possible say even if we are starting from the top, now say the same group of people. And they start here. Then they can easily be influenced. Eti na say 2 days ago omode beto abontino na me na kakra. But I say interviews were granted from Enra up to Eneno. I believe say it requires sobriety. You take emotions out. You be hu ni puma sibre. Na yashishe because whether ye po yempo suspicion e wo party ni mu enti se wo ambofa wuti hayi asem na wo kan butaya eda esi akire no kra ye butai adwempa esan se ye wo suspicion ni nti na obi atwewanu akosi bone enti bebia yedu no mesre se ye ma akoma emra fam nia eye law no yenti ase a ye de call the law court na yakoji nchiremu nia enye law asem na mum eye adwenkyere no ye sie ye ka ye hubomu a ye tuatu adwene a ye benya babi e de asem no because me nyi ni say ya ye te he ye nyina ya dwen ye baako.
Me da say me the next 10 minutes na me come interview or so titija yanko en de obokrata ni munsem
okay we dey na ketua bi na Clifford Kase na me ebia me submission na me Kase ebia obi neutrality wo ayi no me the man I didn't even use the word neutrality say ebia district assembly elections am say me ni nyina were the same page because we are being hypocrites say assembly elections no enye partisan. Na me can say me my assembly na me wono kwa bibrim okwa even your certain arrangement kra no partisan
so okay yanko yani mama
fa daily graphic and chassis
ya mo ni nyina tew na
high court NSA National House of Chiefs Kumasi omwayi ni Adamalache edin efri omo register mu wo ho na court na se e no ma hye House of Chiefs ne say omo hwe na ni Adamalache omo fa ne din ensan enhye enwomanum enti appeal bia ni Adamalache eyeye no daily graphic say wedi enkunim ewom na obaha yaso ko USA Ghana abanya tena ya ho no afi bia no womo nam se obi nam kwambone so ju obi sika ema womo hwere $4.8 million afibia the ebano no yo ore mamenko echiri high oba echiri hanso a or say Church of Pentecost 35 bed capacity hospital be wakobia no e obogatanga eno e wo ha na Church of Jesus Christ so e de apomuden ho akande akoma kofodua polyclinic na mamenko katafa etoso edunu nsia na adunu 9 katafa etoso adunu 9 so story baako ewo ho eno na all can say Omanfm ɛde nhyehyɛeɛ ato ɛkwan mu a na sɛ ma ɔka nyinaa sɛ ɔde Ghana adwumayɛfoɔ bi bɛkɔ European Union aman no so na ɔmo akɔyɛ adwuma ɛwɔ hɔ yo enti ɔbɛkata fa ɛtɔ so aduonu mu nso a ɔsɛ mpanimfoɔ ɛnyɛ bambɔ ho nsɛm ɔmfa ntutu yie ɛma wɔne a otu fa gudeɛ no na no Anglo Gold Ashanti ɛna na ɛka saa asɛm no enti yɛbrɛ no nti daily graphic nsɛm akɛse a ɔde baeɛ no deɛ mɛtumi abobɔ so ɛnie
Mami fa daily guide and to us so from now Europeata for the hand of pay OSP so for the Edaha. Now Europeata had the Pokémon ever court to say OSP about the can I had their own step ever one tension as we're good anymore say. Then no end up any the Copiemo court no now was share anymore say and cap. Court back can be a diamano. Now no pen a court to adding some about Monte actually say Europeata Sema or de beton and Nimun Wabat will go share no. Enina so biara enim mame fi ho na me fa mani kwa kratafa etoso miensa na soafo wono enan kane no wo hwe enwoma sem so eye yewura edutwum anope panifo ni eda ha no wo ka se watwiniti e wo MPP amanyoku no tinyame ya adom na so odom firi so bedom na MPP fo bia kwanya tum se amope obi agina MPP amanyoku ne makwa akopre fagbearship na wo betimi akwa akopre bie na ayenkunimdie edi amano na me free ho katafeto so me ensan so na mampani yewura John Dramani Mahama kasa hyebo se MMDC for no baba hwa na 25 million Ghana cedis ono wetimi edi ama ma boa man krasim puntu so wetimi apeja ba kwa me di wie ewa ha eye otumfo se tutu asante gude opem so fefe na no pe wo baba nya wo hepon bi ewo no so na se ya wo ban srahwe na no e no otumfo da baba tu dwa sense nyina egu akwan so wo baba hwe aboa ma ohin yetimi abedru asumdue mu
Over Emmanuel Akle abonchemu bi abase obi a wosese nwura a obroni beka so ye rubbish collector wono ne ya jeli no se won konkoda afiase be se mfirihia no makomako enum ni nyina ne se eye Accra Circuit Court na adisa ohye no aba na se adisa muaye no ede aba ni nyina eye His Honor Samuel Bright Akwa na was sentenced a 34-year-old say wono watampa electricity company womo emfidi nyuma na so mo niema so mo supply enkania ede amaye no watampa saa dwumadi no na opani edin de Asima Delali na dodo no afre na Aigbe na Aigbe ne yama no se wonkoda fiase mfirihye enum se saa mfirihye enum no mfa koya dwumaden ni nyina se electricity company of Ghana womo amamrom de di dwuma na opani wafom ne se womo homa ene womo mfidi niema bi eno a okosesesa enwura no ena watimi akotempa achese wewiawia sa ne manyante kopie court no ena court ahyesa papa no odifo eno ntie wo se otimi ko na okoda afiase
asantoa de tawani mu no na yanso
na memfa we ntwato the Ghana Times ewa ha sei na braya wukodu grefa ahometi papa ne lagun ewo ha na cafes no benya nam kakra de afri mu eho ena ne ye de bola egu a anopen humfoni ababeda Ghana Times ameka bi ede acho na mampani yera John Dramani Mahama katefeto so dumiensa na oka se wo san ba beyi MMDC fufo kra anopen hunsem so ababeto NDC for hunsem no so bi ewo anim asara so na MPP delegate for say 19 June amokwa koyi delegate conference function no so hunsem ababeto dwa ewa ha na katefeto so miensa medi wie no ukọ KBTH a ejahwenhwen bi ato lab bi ewo ho no nam so ema nema dodo na asay tano pedo bokata hoda yensa kan na ha
Chief Examiner, I think the issue is not the top-down approach or the date fixed for the election. The main issue is what are we doing with the Michael Quay Committee report? This is what everybody should press for and how that report informs all the action being taken. They need to do a SWOT analysis with the report and draw strategies for the way forward. And they have the men to do this. Sylvester Sari and a day we buy with Asiano Pay. I like how constructively critical General Manager Kanslamo is going about some concerns coming up in relation to the MPP Delegate Conference. This is the way to go because supporters have a lot of inhibition which must be handled with utmost attention. Once bitten, twice shy. Okuseku ewo damfa. Ena ononso ede we by and this one said, please help me to let this message read the MPP. The decision of the NEC today must aim at escalating the current tension in our party rather than decisions that will further escalate the tension. Long live MPP, long live presidential hopeful Kennedy Ohene Japan, long live presidential hopeful Dr. Baumia, and to all patriots, I say to you, let's get #connected. Benedict Edanso, Ayawaso, North, and on all the way, Facebook, by medical bomb, man, yes, Matumin Fred Dr. Anani, na yene no bedin komo kakra openi akwaba. Now what to say? Okay, Juma muso to say. Okay, na one more buy for a kwan obefa so a me hwe me bre no. Okay, buy for omo apomuden ehwe mu no asase e ka say review omaba
about 90% about review.
Okay, now results need to say.
Oh, it was okay. On say medinka ka say ayaresa share danya de hu bia, but the my ayaresa be problem ye say when ya kwanya anya hwehwemu ni yi enhu ade kure how and the one mo dura enko.
Okay,
nanso yenya kwanya etwa scan etwa akoma eye lab obimpo si doctor enne na maba hospital eduti mu say dipa no kwa hwe ni bia na wanya confidence bi say ye hu ni yare ne de ehese betimi ade mo say papa bi kan say mo say doctor my co-host for the past 15 years and then the first time I see Joma can my yedi enti ultimately say nipa ne hu say ye hu ne yare a gidie ne mpa ebe ko de better do na chine etima ne adwuma
opani bi frame me no akire kan say ya ma nya kwan sa abre no o se no oteka mu kokumase but wantumi anko clinical na ono nso betnya kwan so oba ba ye sa hwehwe mu nam si o me friend na me friend ne ba no mabisa no na ebrana no de ye ne de atwam de but wakoye azi aso mpani de ebia no de yonko do na abata ho
over onuma de ba ko enwo
enya sembia
we say do na agidi say eye promotion ni we hospital na enra ne biem
okay
sana do na agidi to obi otimi fro na obisa say da kompese me ba ho na da be na mo be ye promotion ni biem say the work every blessed day any pan frame kwa na ni pattern
okay
on say opportunity ni ba ye no obi ho a na opeso obo ho kakra nsa na oba obi akodi ba bi enti no si enya akonya se ya na oma ya konya se ya na ye pese se de worker say aso epeni ni we no ya na ye ma akonya
okay
enti na so mema akonya
okay
ene mema akonya
me giri se otie me
ene mema akonya
ene ma hodo ben na se oba mo be hwe ni free ama no
ene de meka se se obi ba ene ana wachina just 2 days
okay
you be try scan for free
okay
you be your labs for free
scan we mutwa de ene de
you be try the bonified abdominal scan
you
dey show we liver or kidneys or pancreas or gallbladder no yam ni manyina
we be ma prostate kan ho
you try prostate nso aka ho
okay
na oba bia nso ye twa de bonified gynecological or pelvic scan e dey show we dey ma bra ye twa we liver no kidney no yam ni manyina no eno ho asem na ye ka ena machine na woda mpa no so ye de so na no nsa e de sisi akoma no hia bonified ECG no eno nso ye be ya ma obi obeba enne ana wachina for free
no mo ya so mfa so ne say
so mfa so ne say sebeka 6 months amu akoma ekun a machine be
ya ba oh okay
eno na da bia meka say solve problem a abeda Ghana ha say na onyare ene wo free say yesi machine we ena exposes ha de fi say akoma yare boni fan silent killer na da bia me gina me bia meka me si nipa bia say wudidi na no munsuo home mframa de a ekwan ba akwa na mienu so no wakoma no oha kakra ba ho dada
enti mu twa wi a machine ka cho se na akoma no ye problem ni ho
ana se enye
okay
machine ne be expose eno nko ne test a wo ye wi a enye de o de machine so nsa no na nye de ogina ho operating machine enye on natural report
machine
na kire se akoma ne ye ana enye de masa machine wo hia ne se enye obia na nakoma o problem a onya nsunsuanso bi se akoma ne nya adwuma yi nti obi ho a oba ye no ne kotodwo no de baaye but wo bekwa akotwa na akoma no hwe report na no ahu se kotodwo kra de kwada baabi akoma na ebetimi de nako what doctor be kotodwo de jar mame na ya akoma no ho adwuma de emaye
okay yenko ye no de han bio na ka
enti de ka ho bio mu ye lab ahodo be se 10
okay
eno no mebobɔ ne ntentem de ni hu pa de boni fe no H pylori that is Helicobacter pylori sa yare mo na de o saiba nipa bebre o sa esi o mu nipa dumenya na adi sa test ne beye ye beye malaria aye typhoid aye syphilis aye hepatitis B na ya yere boni fe no blood group ya check sugar na ya ji ya jonso aye test ahodo bebre wom na de ba ko ya homeka ne se o se test bebre ma bubo su nyina no se doctor bi na ekru chagu nkrata se ko ye bra aye tete 15 million and papa bi friend se doctor e bro sa and me se o de ye mpa ne se de ne de fo pa no 15 million baby baje o 20 million and 2000 Ghana cedis eno na akwanya na base ena na wechina ye di sa adwuma de we na abosuafo nhyade we nsoma me ade property nti a ye di sa adwuma de we ni se minim se menua ba ma ana se me papa me wofa ase bi tie me a wachini yare bi ada na so wachina cha ayare sama ye simple because onya sika ema ye ntwa akoma no ye ntwa kidney no liver no ye nhwe moja ne junso no nti ono moduro ba ne ho nto no na oni sika wode be sa ne ma we enti na ye di sa adwuma de we enti oba aye registration keke na obeye eno ne ye o card 50 na watua consultation 50 okabo my 100 cedis uwia nhwemu ni nyina ye free ye we de a kire se ubenya sika kakra na wode ato adu ama ho ato na ne gise bukra ne se waba liver o kidney o malaria typhoid ulcer woni ma ya hwew ama onduro yesese wodu de san mpanifo se baabi chekere aboa no e wa na yesane no bra ne yensanye nhwemu na wo ba ne gisam ne se eno ontua sika bia o wodi ha ne se o be check se yare no ekwa so obetua sika foforo bia na ye bia wadu bi na wo ye dey woto enti ye branches no adam fa eye makom yensa na wo Ghana ha mprempren de wo bankra ha ye wo taifa ofa taifa ka so besi wo davi bookshop udru wa o say o ko nask ana o ko Fairview guest house any guest house ne bo ho enkra ha sa was painters fast painters ka so be so Rainbow supermarket usi ya bisa Rainbow computers the hand Rainbow computers e hwa ne wo so obusuani bi okumase wo so won ko kumase ahene makokobin osi station wa on frey ye ne direct no obusuanfo
and the check up no a be say do no there say do no me ba me kura 100 Ghana
check up on the won't ask bia
sir may consultation
and you say wa consult na oje wo card
and no consultation
and na handed no but lab wa hodo scan ahodo enne
me we am the report no be ma me
o pese ye de ma o betimi de ama on say normally ya na ye de two folder no so
me can say mo de be ma me say mo be kan mu asem a kire me
exactly bibia no ntina ye hwe wo no say de be ye be hu bibi ni aka kire wo na adwuma bi ho bia nso yetimi aye ama bibia akoyi bibinti eye den wachina se bibinti wontimi ma ena na wachina eno no be free special e bia na ye book with that foforo na mum program de ye enne ene wachina ena ye no me the number yi betudwa o be free no ajo special code na mum ye mfa no kro we ntudwa na mmo ye nyina abusuafo ayare sentimi ma
your 3 minutes
e wa bra enhwemu papa enkoso hwemu papa nso de ne boarding enti we yakonya kese so beba nask me betranse me boy yare so na mu nhwemu ne be kira de kwenti a won kase mu ukotodwe mu ho hyehyew wan mu no sa na de bia pressure ne kosoro sa enti fa number no na je special code na mu me soma obi o frema no pay say wuji code na momadian so de be manipa mako 10 na ena na wachiro matimi aba ma na yeyi number obefra je special code ni ye 0244 12 0269 0244 120269 afe friend number we 0243 307276 0243 307276 76 frɛ number we sisi anajo special code abusia for what the ogia wo fragi code ne keke na se ekire ogi code wi a obetimi asa frɛ number ne biem na ye ne wadi nkomo ama no ema atimi akoyi temide me kasa nyina ko aweye no NASC scientific urban research clinic try affair NASC no nyame adom ye wo taifa ena sprinters kuma se ye wo ahene makokobin de ama Ghana ha obi afra ye se ye Ghana ni das wo ne se
wezi for na tu amfo mo mpa hwehwe mu
ene de medawasi ye chiami ani ma sem ko se nana wasumu a ye nuanom akoyemfo so ye sere mo mo de mu ni mu de dada enti ye ntwa na mo na ye mra mehwe apomudin mu we de anya se minisika ntimi ama ya fa ho kanyina what the hand say oba betu 100 Ghana cedis card just one register na yehu ya de na enam say 15 million se fa show botum enti no pebi kakra na de atodo se bibi nti want me antodo kra na ye ne oni problem na emu ye we na enura ye nom ensesika na yare saman epesi etwatoro na bibia timi ekoyi emaye enti menka ento aso bebre emma mekasa anwa no de menka ne se ayare se betimi aba ebranhwemu papa ye de akoso te tunsa frɛ Ghana ni bia se ena no pɛ me free ha me kwatena se o taifa me ebomode se obetima behie se ne wantimi ama wo kina ye behwe anima ma bibia akoyi enti for number we na do special code na sha no se ye twa akoma ne for free ye check liver ne kidneys ne for free be ma ye twa prostate oba ye twa wode no ye lab ahodo bebre medinka ka kire wo se opese ohun sade ye ne sombo a fashi wadwumi se ho ka no wo ko hospital bia na Dr. Tretre Mawa ukotu 15 million nyame adom wana Omanfm kasafidie yi so opene mu fa so ama sa akwanya we aba ama ode a ene na fa number we na do special code number obefre ne ye 0243 30 72 76 0243 30 72 76 afa 0244 12 02 69 0243 30 72 76 0244 12 02 69 0244 12 02 69 openikase
medase
it was power konya na bra de ma
Mistika brantia odisika ton brother enedi amore oji dama tusre ose bre ni kanso na no tina banonsa